there.
So you're making an eggnog punch.
We're recording now?
Yeah.
We started recording?
Don't mix that in yet, Brian.
Yeah.
Oh, I should do this.
Yeah, this, that
So
nog,
you
and
want
that.
this separate since it's different.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I strongly recommend it.
Behind the scenes. Behind the scenes.
Oh, man.
Extra behind.
It's like Inception.
Behind the rear scenes.
So what are you making up here?
I don't even know, man. It's just eggnog. I've never done this before.
You just pour it all in there, Brian. Just pour it all in, man.
Oh, let's try this without.
Wait, so we got some Southern Comfort eggnog. We got some Evan Williams eggnog.
We'll do about that much.
You're just gonna mix all this together.
No.
Well,
We're just going to do the Southern Comfort with the rum, and this is going to be by itself.
Okay.
I threw some Captain Morgan spiced rum in there.
Yeah.
I feel like you were just buying every different kind of alcoholic eggnog you can find and mix it together.
Look at that.
And then there's scotch.
One
Yeah.
big eggnog, purple Jesus.
I got this. This is from my Whiskey of the Month Club right here.
The Jelly of the Month Club.
Brian,
This is
such a bad idea.
Nah, it's gonna be fun.
This is a really unique scotch. I've never had anything like it. This is an unpeated Islay scotch, and I didn't even know they made unpeated Isleys.
Yeah.
Turn these lights on.
Rich people problems.
Well, no, there's isn't Glenmore an Islay? And it's not
I don't know.
super peaty.
I'm not sure.
It is.
Well, not all the Isleys are heavily peated, but this one is unpeated specifically.
Oh, you get a little
Yeah.
with the Glenmore. Oh my gosh.
I want you to know I can't drink that. I'm allergic to that.
Nah.
I want to try the
I'm allergic
I want
to
to try
that.
the Evan Williams one.
This is gonna look just like that by the time we're done.
Oh man.
Let me grab my cup.
Oh.
Dig in.
my.
I'll try the Evan Williams one, Brian, if you don't mind passing that over here.
Go ahead.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
We don't want anybody to get sick.
That would be good.
I'm good.
And you have to work tomorrow too, right?
Oh yeah, check that out.
Oh, I should
I
probably
will
do this.
have,
One of our
just a
dealers
little.
from Raleigh actually gave us this cup a few years ago. It's just a Christmas thank you. I'm going to use their cup today. That's David Loud Car Audio. They're from the Raleigh area, so check them out if you're in that area.
Yeah, they sell awesome rims and tires too.
All right.
All right.
Pass me one of them there Christmas cups.
I'm going to try my concoction first.
Oh man.
I wish I had the big moose cup that.
Brian will be the
Clark
the
Griswold
tester
had.
here.
Yeah.
God, it's like a milkshake.
Oh man. All right. Derrick, if I can.
Oh, you can slide on around.
Pass me one of them cups there. Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm gonna try this alternative
Hey, guys,
nog.
Is there some paper towels in there, the blue ones? Can you grab those?
Yeah.
This has Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, blended whiskey, rum, and brandy.
Some cups right here. Whatever you guys want to do.
The little snowman cups. All right.
I'm going to put the paper towel right down here.
Axel, how is it?
Salud.
It's different.
It's kind of mild.
Salud, Axel.
Salud.
Boom.
Y peseta. Y tiempo para gustar.
So, dude.
Salud.
That's not bad at all, actually.
Get an empty cup.
Yeah, I gotta.
Just get the plain eggnog.
Oh man.
Okay. I want to get a case of beer.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
Derrick, I got extra scotch for you here.
I'm not a Scotch guy.
There's some more.
I'll
Hey,
stick
just
with
Derrick.
my Miller
I
Lite.
literally.
There's some
didn't
more
even
natty
take a
daddies.
sip.
No, there's no more of that.
Oh.
Nah, it ain't no big deal. I'll drink my.
I opened it and
My Mountain
forgot
Dew.
about it.
I got a fresh Mountain Dew here.
Fresh Mountain Dew.
I feel like I'm getting too old for a lot of drinking. Like, just give me a beer.
You are pretty old, Derrick.
Like this hardcore liquor stuff. I can't do it no more.
Can do it.
I think it's funny you say that.
Brian, are you getting naked on camera?
Yep.
Oh yeah, we're recording right now.
We are, but I'll probably cut this part out.
Oh no, this is not getting cut out. This will not be cut out of this video.
This is on the premium.
We got a little tassel there.
It's just perfect. Look at that.
I guess I'll put my hat on. Like
Yeah.
like everybody else.
Derrick, hat.
Derrick Haddock.
Haddock. Jake hat.
All right. Yeah, Jake and
I'll do the hat.
Somebody's got to wear the other hat.
It was weird. I was joking yesterday about the ugly sweater party today, doing that for lunch. So that's when I found this old ugly sweater T-shirt that I had. I was like, yes, I got to wear that today.
I like the ugly sweaters, man. I dig them. Honestly, I like that rose gold Sundown shirt.
I bought this for
You
a.
realize
It's eye-catching.
we're gonna do this episode, and then everybody's gonna want one.
That's fine. We got them in stock.
Trendsetter.
It's the Derrick stuff.
It's a great looking shirt.
I like them all.
I just took a couple fat guy shirts.
So where are we at, Brian? What are we doing?
I haven't. I'm gonna edit some shit out, so
Okay.
we could just kind of get rolling in it.
Well, in case you haven't noticed, this is was actually a gun channel, ugly T-shirt.
Oh yeah. Look
So
at
you
that.
got Snowman with the guns and the bullets and everything. And what's on? I took Sydney to school this morning. I had to help her carry a big box of hugs in for the class for the party today. So I wore this into the school, and most people just don't pay attention. But when I was walking out, there was one lady that just kind of stopped.
Oh.
She looked, she just examined me, like zoomed in on me, and then she gave me this look of like, oh, and I just smiled at her and kept on walking.
All
You
right,
were
guys.
silently judged, Derrick.
Let's go ahead and do some things here. Actually, I need to pull something up because I wanted to start off a little bit differently. Where is it? All right. You guys ready?
Ready?
Yeah, man.
We're ready.
We're born ready.
All right. Let's.
It's the loudest show around. Sundown After Dark with your host Bryan Chamberlain, presented by Sundown Audio.
All right, and I am your host Bryan Chamberlain, and to my left, I've got over here Mr. Donald Lambert. Say hi, senor.
Hey.
And we got Derrick Haddock over there. They're sharing a microphone. Check this out, guys. We got the man himself. What is your name again?
Jacob Fuller.
Oh, all right.
Oh, howdy.
I forgot.
You don't know my name?
No, I was talking to him, and we got Axel. So, Axel, who are you?
I'm the husband of Elizabeth Nsimba.
So Elizabeth is our accountant, and so Axel has come on over to hang out with us on this Christmas episode.
A bunch of good people.
We love to have Axel. He usually comes around when we, get together and have some fun. So, thank you very much, Axel. We're going to talk a little bit more about you in a little bit because Axel's got some really cool stories, and he's not even from America. So we're going to hear about what happens in Christmas where he comes from. Yay!
I came from Congo, Democratic Republic. The name had changed a few times.
Oh yeah.
It used to be Belgium, Congo.
Oh.
Then the capital was Leopoldville, after the King Leopold II.
Oh yeah.
And we have the first president was Kasavubu, Joseph Kasavubu. He was kicked out in 1965, and a dictator, Mobutu Sese Seko, Joseph Mobutu Sese Seko, came in power. He changed the name from Belgian Congo to actually he kept the Congo. He changed the capital to Kinshasa rather than Leopoldville. That's the first step.
I got a question. So the capital actually changed, or did it just change names?
Just the names.
Oh, okay. Just the names of the capital.
They just changed the
And the
names. They
country
didn't
changed.
change actually where it is.
Yeah, they didn't change
Location.
anything else. Just the names. They changed the names from Belgian Congo, capital Leopoldville, to Congo, capital Kinshasa, because we have two Congos. There is a big Congo, which is the Kinshasa capital, and there is
Big
a small
Congo.
Congo, big Congo, and the small Congo is the Brazzaville, after Brazza, one of the guys from France. We were colonized by Belgians, and the other Congo by France. That's how they divide them up.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so
Sounds like a shitstorm.
yes, it is. So later
I
on,
understand why you're here.
Dropping some
Not
geographical
necessarily.
So there was another name change, right?
Yeah. When it changed to Kinshasa, it didn't like the Congo because there is a story behind Congo which is really murky. It changed Congo to Zaire, Zaire.
Bring that mic a little closer if you could.
It changed the name to.
Well, you can
We'll rotate it a little
just,
bit.
Yeah,
There you go.
just
Just
bring it
talking.
up to your face a little bit
There we
closer.
go. There we go.
Hey, you can do one of these. Look, you can move the whole thing. There you go.
That's what I can get.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go, there we go.
Very close. Now I'm
it's tight.
comfortable. Anyway, it changed it to Zaire. Zaire, the capital, Kinshasa.
All right.
And he stayed there for 30 years until he got kicked out.
Well, damn.
And the other guy came in, overthrew him. His name is Kabila. He stayed in power for a couple of years, and he got killed. His son took over. He's there. He's not living. So now they're having some turmoil. They're supposed to have an election a year ago, and it hasn't happened yet. He's still there. I think they're going to have the election the 28th of this month.
Couple days.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about the Congo when we formally introduce you and who you are. I wanted to go into a couple things here. Now, I know a lot of people are watching because they wanted to know about the giveaway. We've got a pair of SA12s that we're going to give away, and we'll do that after the commercial. What's up, Donnie? You wanted to say something.
I was just going to say, I thought you were going to give it away now. I was going to say you should wait.
I want people to watch,
Okay.
get some
Yeah,
watch time in. We'll do it after the commercial. So if you guys notice, we're wearing some pretty ugly shirts today. Now this one's not ugly. My daughter gave me this one. She picked it out, and she loves unicorns. And so we got Santa Claus riding a unicorn.
Axel's isn't ugly.
Mine is not ugly. Did you read what I have on?
Very nice shirt.
Sundown, baby.
Where did
Sundown.
you get that?
It's from Sundown, and I'm a Sundowner.
I should have brought in my other. I actually have my Sundown Christmas shirt. It's,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
It's
like
on my
the
desk.
green red ones, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I brought
You
that
know
in
what?
just in case I want to change.
I always
it.
wear that every year in December. I fucking forgot about it.
Derrick, you got to tell the story about your shirt too.
Oh yeah. Well,
Which one?
The one
the
you're
one
wearing,
you're wearing
now.
right now.
I mean, how I bought it, or like.
No,
Go to
but
school.
what
Go to
happened?
school.
What happened today?
Well, I don't know how if you can see real good. So this is my ugly T-shirt. I bought this from a YouTube gun channel. So you got like a snowman holding an AR-15 and guns and bullets. This morning, one of my daughters was having a Christmas party at her school, so I had to carry some of the supplies into the school. And so I just walked in with this gun shirt on, and most people just kind of ignored it. They just, it's a
They
Christmas
saw the
shirt.
snowman and
Yeah, they just see the green and snowman guys. And when I was leaving, there's this one woman that she looked at me, and you can see she like zoomed in, like she concentrated hard, zoomed in on my shirt, and then she looked up in my face with this just surprise, like realization, like of what it had on it. And then I just smiled on her and kept walking.
She didn't say nothing.
No,
Triggered.
no, yo, she was totally. She was just like,
Super
oh
triggered.
my god, and yeah, I just smiled, waved, kept on going.
Which one are you wearing there, Jake?
I have a meowy Christmas shirt here with a cat on it. I'm not a big fan of cats, but this was a really ugly sweater, so I purchased it originally with the intent of going to an ugly Christmas sweater party that got canceled, but this was the perfect opportunity to wear it.
Nice. What are you wearing there, Donnie?
Oh, yep. So I have a Halloween 2 themed. Oh, I have a Halloween 2 themed ugly Christmas sweater. For those of you that don't know, I'm really into scary movies. It's sort of my thing.
That is his thing.
Yeah, I'm super knowledgeable about horror films and things of that nature. So for all you nerds out there, it's got the Haddonfield Memorial Hospital logo across the
nice.
bottom and the top. Yeah,
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, HMH. But yeah, I love scary movies. So if anybody calls in with questions about scary movies, I'd love to answer those.
Donnie's actually thinking about. Donnie's actually talking about doing his own damn podcast.
Have you seen the latest Halloween movie?
I've seen it twice, and I have the Blu-ray pre-ordered, and I have the novelization.
Good lord.
Yes
Yeah.
or no?
Oh yes, it was great. I loved it. Yeah.
Damn. Donnie, anything horrors like you even watch like the B series movies, don't you?
Oh yeah, dude.
Those are the best ones.
I actually watched a Christmas-themed LGBTQ like
AI.
agenda horror film last night. I didn't know that's what it was, but I finished the movie. It was actually kind of cool.
What makes it gay?
Just watch it. It's called.
I'm not gonna.
It's okay. It's called Christmas Presents, like not presents, like you rap, but presents, like.
See,
I am in the presence of the great Derrick Haddock right now. That kind of
Right.
I see.
you guys are smoking cigars?
Yeah, bro.
What are you smoking?
I've got a New World.
That's the one that we on the second episode, the one with Andy that I talked about is one of my favorites, and that's what Jake's
Yeah.
smoking right now. Love that cigar.
How many you got? Actually, I still have one over here. I think I'll
Yeah.
smoke that one. This is
That's the one I brought you last time.
This cigar, though, that Axel and I are smoking, the Huntsman. This thing is the bomb. I
you
don't
smoking
even.
over there, Axel?
I got it. I got it.
Yeah,
Here.
I don't even know.
Do you need to light it?
I don't even know who makes this.
Actually, I have one. I already.
He's
fired
good.
Up.
Sorry, Donnie. Go
No, it's
ahead.
okay. But it's called the Huntsman, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I got
it's
it as a free thing when I made an order online at
Do-
a famous smoke
Do
shop.
you even know who makes this?
No, I really have no idea.
idea.
I'd have to get into my account. It had decent
it's
reviews.
delightful.
Like it had there was a
Sundown Audio makes them.
This is really great.
Yeah, it's
it's
pretty
got a
good
lot of pepper notes to it.
Ooh, I
It's
don't like
very
the pepper.
peppery.
Nice cigar.
Yeah,
I don't like. I don't know. Again, I don't know anything about freaking cigars other than I like this one and I don't like that one.
Bryan likes Maduros.
I like Maduros and I don't like the ones that get like a tingle on your tongue and they make you spit a lot. I don't like those.
Yeah.
I like a strong one, but I don't like the ones that you know.
You don't like a lot of linger, like.
Sure.
Okay.
I like a strong one that you can kind of, I don't want to say get high off, but you feel, because I'm, being a cigarette smoker, a standard cigar, you're not gonna feel it as much. So I like a nice strong one, so I can feel it, kind of like a cigarette does when you get a little high off of it.
Right.
Yeah. One of these days I'll quit smoking. For the millionth time. Yeah.
Is that after the weight loss challenge?
Yeah. Oh, Derrick, we need to talk about that a little bit because I know you're interested in it too. What do you think? $60 per person pot? We'll do. We'll talk a little bit more in the next couple of weeks, but I do want to do something here. Get some motivation. That way I can win some money. I plan on winning it. So.
I'm in. I'm going full crash binge.
Oh, me too.
Derrick, what are you going to be like 125 afterwards or what?
Well, I mean, last time I went on a diet, it was just moderate thing, and I dropped a pound a day for a month.
But you're
Yeah,
pretty.
wow.
You're pretty much.
Wow.
You're down a lot from what your peak was already.
I'm down. I'm only down a little bit now. I put some of it back on because what I did is I went on the diet. I dropped pretty much 30 pounds in the first
Right.
month because I
Right.
went just diet, and then I brought back in more working out.
Right.
So I had to get off of my diet as I started working out.
Right.
I had to increase my food intake. So I started bulking back up, and I put another quick 15 pounds back on as soon as I increased my food intake with the exercise. Then I finally just gave it up completely. I was like, all right, I'm doing pretty good from where I was. And,
Right.
So I've been off that almost a year, I think.
Yeah, I was
I'm
doing about
holding on.
I was doing about a pound a day back when I was, doing my whole intermittent fasting and all that bullshit. I was doing really good. I felt great. I could actually think. So I might need to do that so I can start doing this
Yeah.
podcast a little better so I can think what the hell I'm doing.
Yep.
But, yeah, I really need to get back on that. I need to lose 40 pounds. I don't think I can do that in 30 days.
Me
but
too.
I'd like to try.
You're also not wearing your hat.
Yeah, it got fucking hot, man.
Let's get a long sleeve
And
on, man.
actually, commercial time, I'm taking this damn thing off, too. I'm sweating. I'm dripping. I could feel the sweat coming off my tits.
Can we see it?
Today's a really good day because our boss man over here got us some bonuses.
Yes, sir.
Did you know that, Derrick? You want to know what they are?
It's a 1-year membership in the Jelly of the Month Club.
What's
Clark,
the-
it's the gift that keeps on giving the whole year.
Yeah.
Jelly of the Month membership.
Yeah. But thank you for the Jelly of the Month Club membership.
You're welcome, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've been wanting one of those forever,
The
dude.
gift that keeps on giving.
Nice boss.
Actually, my favorite part of that movie is where they're in the supermarket and they're talking, and what's his name? Edward?
Yeah, Eddie.
Eddie? Yeah, he just keeps putting dog food into the cart
Yep.
until he has like a mountain of dog food, and nobody acts like
old
that's-
Roy.
Yeah, old Roy. It's like nobody acts like it's a weird thing or anything. You just pack it on this dog food.
Clark grabs a light bulb, a pack of light bulbs, puts it on here and fucking smashes it.
I gotta rewatch this movie now.
Oh, I love it. Thomas hasn't seen it, or was it you? No, it was Thomas hasn't seen it.
No, it's Donnie that hasn't seen Forrest Gump.
Yes.
Oh God, no.
Axel, you've seen Forrest Gump, right?
Nope.
How is that
Nope.
a thing?
This
Oh,
motherfucker.
So these guys need to watch Forrest Gump together.
Yes, a viewing party, as you will.
It's a good movie.
We'll make it an episode.
I really don't watch a bunch of movies, especially
But
like
it's a classic.
horrors.
Forrest Gump's not scary at all, though.
Yeah,
It's a history movie.
I'm very sophisticated when it comes down to movies. I don't know how to explain that word.
You like documentaries, huh?
I watch a bunch of documentaries,
Right.
And some other action movies, not necessarily bloody. I like things to be like on a positive side.
Yeah.
Well, Forrest Gump's super positive, and you learn a lot.
What about Kickboxer? Have you seen Kickboxer?
Yep.
I love that movie
Yeah.
with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I told Jake that if he ever takes me to China, I'm going to
Yeah.
dress up like Jean-Claude Van Damme with the suspenders.
Oh, my God.
Where he goes to the bar
No
and he
shirt.
fights everybody drunk. No, he has a shirt. He has a little
but you
tank
can't
top.
wear a
It's like a
shirt.
skin-tight tank top, and then
You
he's like
probably
parachute
shouldn't,
pants.
probably
and these
shouldn't
suspenders.
have the skin-tight tank top.
No,
up
I'll
on
do it, man. I'll do it. I'll do it, and we'll reenact that scene.
That's probably a bad idea.
No, it's not. It's a perfect idea.
Just know that movie wasn't in China. They were in like Thailand.
Yeah, Donnie.
Who cares?
Just saying.
You'd probably have better luck in
Asia.
China since Thailand still has a king. They have some crazy shit over there.
They got some damn good
Crash
food
my
though.
dreams here, guys.
I do love the food. The Thai food is amazing.
You can still dress up like that. You can dress up like
food
that
is
here.
good.
We don't-
Do that right now.
So, Brian, you were going to ask Axel about Christmas in Congo.
Yeah, so we know you're from the Congo, and you've been here for quite some time now. You went from Africa to California. And
Actually, I landed here in Raleigh.
Oh, yeah?
I stayed in
Oh,
Raleigh for 2
cool.
months. And I came to Charlotte, and I came in 1974 in November.
by the way, you kind of gave your, I don't want to say you gave your age, but this man, let's do a close up on him.
He looks great.
Move that mic out of the way for just a second. For those that are watching, I don't know. We're not going to say his age, but he's a beautiful man for his age. There's no man his age that looks as wonderful as he does.
That's a true story.
Him and his wife both.
I always get
Both
people
of
to
you
guess,
guys.
and they're always like 30% off.
Yeah.
Guess wrong.
You can bring the mic back now.
Thank you.
It is definitely my goal to still look that good
Yes.
when I get that old.
I already look older than
It's
him.
my goal to look that good now.
Right.
Like, right now.
Sorry, Donnie.
We certainly can work on it.
Yes.
Next month, fellas, we're gonna get on that. So anyway, you moved here in the 70s.
74,
All right.
November. Right
So-
after the fight, George Foreman and Muhammad Ali.
All right.
Oh, wow.
So I came in 1974 in November, and stayed until 81. Then we moved to California in March, and we came back here in 2007.
Okay.
Here we are.
So it
I'm
was,
glad we did. Otherwise, I wouldn't be a Sundowner.
yeah, it was, what, only 3 or 4 years after you moved here that I met Elizabeth.
Yeah,
And she started doing my taxes.
You're running a gas station.
We were running a gas station in Statesville,
Mm-hmm.
about 10 miles from here.
Yeah, almost exactly 10 mile.
So Elizabeth went to the bank. The bank was close to the previous operation,
Yeah.
and I believe she was talking to one of the head
One of the tellers or one of the, yeah.
head tellers. It was about somebody doing the accounting. I think you were looking for somebody to do.
Yeah, exactly. I was.
Right. That was Karen.
Yeah, and then the bankers got me hooked up with Elizabeth,
Right.
and that was 7-8 years ago, and she's been doing my taxes ever since. And then we
That's
got
great.
Elizabeth and Axel are like family to me and my family now.
And we grew
Exactly.
so much we had to bring Elizabeth on full time.
Yeah,
a few years
she's
ago.
here pretty much full time at this point. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Axel is so just loving to everybody that's
Good
here.
Lord, yes.
Like, I started here, and the first time we met, he gave me a hug, and it was awesome. And I was like, I don't know what I haven't done anything
Axel's
yet. I
the-
might be a creep. You don't know yet.
Axel, I think it's safe to say we all think the same. You are the happiest man that we all know.
Thank you.
Plain and simple. And
True story.
We love that about you.
And we are huggers, and I still have plenty more hugs to
Plenty to go
dispense
around,
to you
plenty to go
guys.
So, Axel, since this is a Christmas episode, let's talk about Christmas in the Congo. You did grow up, I guess, Christian back even there, right?
Even there, we were Christians.
Mhm.
I
So-
was forced to be a Christian because I didn't know any better. My parents were Christians.
Right.
So I was baptized as a Christian.
Mhm.
We used to go to wherever the deal is to learn about the Bible. And it was very creepy at one point because in capital we speak Lingala. So my parents speak Kikongo. And the learning of the Bible was in Kikongo. It was harsh. But we managed to go through it, and I was baptized.
Yep.
And I believe that's pretty much where it stopped.
So what are some what are some customs that you guys do over there that you don't see happen over here Christmas wise?
Christmas, the way we used to do it there, now it probably changed because of the public medias. Social media, I would say.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Christmas Day, because it was about Jesus, the night before we'll go to the church.
Mm-hmm.
They do a reenactment how Jesus was born. So we play with the firecrackers as well.
Oh, nice.
Christmas.
Oh, I wish I did that here.
Then the following
I love
day,
blowing shit up. 4th of July is my favorite holiday.
Then the following day we do nothing but binging. Families will get together.
Mm-hmm.
They do a lot of cooking. We eat. That's probably the time. I would say Christmas and New Year. Those are the 2 days, but we eat.
You become gluttons
the
for 2
best
days out of the year.
because that's the time we really consume meat because poverty and all that.
Right.
It will kind of
What type of meat do you guys eat during those two celebrations?
all kind of meats. We eat goat.
I like goat.
Cows happen once. A bunch of families got together. Parents put the money together. They kill one goat and they share among all of them.
It's like a community situation. Yeah. Okay.
It wasn't really community. They were working together at one point in one place, and they killed the cow, and they butcher the cow and share the cows. I mean everything, literally everything, including blood.
Right. I've heard of that. Did you make blood pudding?
Yeah, they made some kind of pudding.
Yeah.
Blood
It's
sausage.
blood pudding, but they didn't make sausages because they didn't want to transport the blood home to the places.
Right.
So they boiled the blood and add some salt on it and then split the chunks.
Okay.
Yummy.
Yeah.
I'm down for eating all sorts of cool shit from different countries. I'm just not a blood. I don't want.
I would eat it. I would totally eat it.
I love blood pudding.
Yeah, it just tastes like iron.
I learned from my buddy Simon from Switzerland. They made blood pudding and blood sausage there, and he said he loves it.
But here they don't make him right because blood is like bacteria related, and FDA tried to.
It's probably
stay away from
pasteurized blood.
it. Yeah, it is pasteurized and they mix.
Homogenized and pasteurized.
They don't really do a good job. When you find some, it will come like from Argentina.
Right.
It tastes half okay, but some places, small places, they make them here, like in Charlotte. Compare Food makes them. It tastes good.
I'll have to give it a go.
It's not like the regular boudin that you find in France. French can make some good pudding.
You know, when I went to Italy, I had squid ink mixed in with like pasta.
Right.
Tasted fine.
Yes.
I can't do blood. I think it's just too much.
How do you know,
Isn't
Bryan?
that mostly for coloring though? Like the ink, I think it's mostly just for.
It's color, but you
Color.
also taste it. It has a very specific taste. Like if I were to taste it again, I would know. Okay, that's ink.
Right.
It's its own taste.
So Axel is also an amazing chef. I've eaten in his house a couple of times. Makes incredible food. It's all like very interesting. He grows like some of the plants outside of his own house and in the flower beds and stuff. It's really, really great.
Axel, can you cook for an army, like a bunch of people?
Yep.
We got to get you in one day.
Yep. Where's that?
I've heard about the food.
Yeah, he made a really good dish with tendons, and I love tendons thanks to the Vietnamese restaurant around here. And he had some homemade hot salsa on them. They were pretty incredible.
Nice.
Pig's feet, tendons,
Yeah, I'll eat them.
good stuff.
Pretty much anything.
I don't know. You have to throw a little bit of something else.
The
going
only
on.
thing that I've encountered that I absolutely will not eat out of pure disgust is a raw oyster.
Oh man, I love raw oysters.
Won't do it.
Gave me the shits for about a week. Remember that? I had to get special antibiotics. Yeah, we went to Myrtle Beach in the summertime, and I had raw oysters. And they say to not eat raw seafood, I guess, on months to end in that don't end in ER. And this was a summertime, so everything ends in a Y. And I ended up eating raw oysters. I didn't put any lemon or lime or any of that shit to kill off bacteria.
I won't do that. I won't do it.
Shucked them in my mouth because I love raw oysters.
Nope.
And I had to go. I was shitting all over the place.
I'll eat a cooked oyster, cooked clam, mussels, everything, but in raw on those particular shellfish, I will not do it.
I love raw oysters, but I got sick a couple times. Last year was one of them.
Speaking of shitting,
celebrating our anniversary, and I ate some. I got sick, and there is another time in Olympia, Washington. I ate some big ass oysters like this. I mean, they taste very oysters, and the month wasn't ending with an hour.
Right.
I was staying next to Boeing in a Holiday Inn. I literally stayed in the bathroom all night.
Oh my goodness!
And I was almost dehydrated. I have to call my company and say that I'm flying back. I was sick, and when we were done, I told the waiter to pack the shells for me. I didn't know I was going to get sick. I used to have a 55-gallon fish tank.
Yeah.
And I bleached and put them in a tank. Every time I look at the tank, I don't have it anymore. I look at the tank, see the shells. It reminds me of my crack.
So was this when you were working at the Clorox company? Was that the time frame? Or?
Before the Clorox company.
Okay.
Actually, the company is still here in Charlotte.
That's
the one sent me there. Harpelov Adhesives Corporation.
Oh, that's cool. Right. So Axel is a chemist, and he knows a lot of stuff. Like, he's a really smart guy.
Makes his own toothpaste.
He does. He has amazing teeth.
So
look at him.
You're a chemist. Is this safe? That's a lot of eggnog, man. I don't know if I need that much eggnog.
I have to say, I think I mixed it perfect. It actually came out really good.
I don't even think we said what we were drinking. I don't even think we...
Oh, no. I was recording.
Bryan recorded the making.
Yeah.
Oh,
the making of it.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this safe, Axel?
It is safe, but anything can happen, even to me too. As you notice, I have a hard time coordinating the smoking of the cigar, drinking, and speaking on a microphone.
Axel, I forgot to ask you. I don't know if I've ever asked you. Was English one of your first languages, or was it later on?
Oh, if it were first language, I wouldn't be speaking like this.
Well, you have really great English, in my opinion. So you started with the two Congolese languages?
Started up with the two Congolese languages. It's Lingala and Kikongo. And when we went to first grade, that's the time we started learning French.
Okay, yep.
French is the official language. So we got like 5 different languages. French was imported from Belgium.
Right.
So it's and the Belgians call our languages vernacular languages.
Right.
Theirs is the language, like your English is a language. Ours are not the language. They're vernacular languages.
Typical Europeans, right?
Oh yeah, very typical. That's insulting. But English. When we go to school, we learn English the same way we learn French. So I wasn't fluent until I came in 1974.
Yeah, I mean, I think your English is very good. You tend to speak very technical, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So let's get back to talking about Christmas in the Congo.
Mm-hmm.
Any other customs that you see happening? Do they do the Christmas tree? Do they do presents? What do you see that they do there that may be different than here in America?
The first time I saw a Christmas tree was a plastic Christmas tree, like you see in the stores here. It was imported. It was in first grade. The principal was Belgian.
I may sound ignorant, but are there evergreen trees?
No evergreen.
Okay.
So Christmas in reality shouldn't exist there because
right.
there is no evergreen. But
well, and it wasn't winter. Well, it's winter, but it was hot. It's because it's it's the
tropical,
southern hemisphere,
tropical climate.
Yeah. So no evergreen. We have our own trees. It's tropical. It rains a lot. Very, very humid. Christmas tree I saw in school.
Mm-hmm.
Well decorated, and they have Santa. And kids were screaming and crying because Santa was looking weird to them. They never seen any picture like that.
It wasn't a white guy, was it, with a beard?
It was a white guy.
Oh,
I think it was
man.
the principal.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
the second time I've seen a Christmas tree was in my uncle's house, my mother's brother. But his Christmas tree was like all year round. It was like a decoration for the house.
Oh, wow.
Just a decoration different every season had a different decoration.
Not every season. It was there permanently as a as a plant for the house.
It's like some people with their
But it
Christmas
was
lights
plastic.
here.
Yeah,
They leave
right,
them up
yeah.
year round.
Leave them on the house. Well, that's cool. Hey, let's do a voicemail since this is Sundown Audio and people did call in. And
Let's do it.
Let's see if we can find this bad boy. Okay, here we go. We just have one good voicemail this week. Let's see. Let me bring it back.
Who are we
down.
talking to?
Wait, that's insulting to all the people that left voicemails. They were all great, everyone.
There weren't many.
Thank you. Everyone call in and specifically ask questions to Donnie.
Yep, I'll get you guys a phone number here in a minute. I again don't
We'll give you
remember
Donnie's
it
cell
offhand.
phone number.
Ask Donnie about horror films.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
So-
I could do that.
Anyway, so here's this one, and again, this is like a very open question. You can take it many different ways.
Well, let's see what we got.
Hey, I was wondering if you guys do anything with your speakers other than car audio, such as like a little jukebox or maybe some home audio equipment or anything like that. Do y'all put it into, other stuff to beef up the other equipment with Sundown Audio?
That's a good question. Actually, I've worked together with Nick Lemons at Stereo Integrity, and we've done several runs of home theater subwoofers. We started out with the original, we just called it the HT. We had the HT 15 and 18, sold that for a couple of years. Sales did really great at first, and they kind of slowed down a little bit. So we closed those out. Then we did our second home theater woofer, which is another collaboration between me and Nick. It was called the DS4. It was a 4-inch coil 18, excellent price, huge linear excursion, all that stuff. Great woofer. I'm not sure what happened with that. Like maybe it slightly missed on pricing, something like that. But in my opinion, it was the king of that category. So then we came back out with a cheaper HT version 2, which we did for a while, and that we phased that out. So as far as specifically Sundown Audio stuff in home theater, there's really not that much. But Nick at SI uses our motors, and then he has his own variations of soft parts and coils now. And he sells, he sells a lot.
It's a conspiracy.
He sells a lot of stuff. He does, his specialty is the 24, which when we sell a ZV5 24, Nick actually builds that for us.
Mm-hmm. There's only one person who's building the 24s. That is Nick.
That's Nick. And then he does his, he uses our Team Neo motor. He sells a variation of a 24 with that. ZV5 motor. He sells an infinite baffle 24 with the XV2 motor. A lot of people don't know about that because you want to have a high QTS, which thusly like a lower motor force. So he sells an infinite baffle 24. Q is like 0.7-ish, which is dead on for that application. And a couple things like that. And I have heard of isolated cases here and there, people putting my woofers in their home theaters. And actually for my home listening setup, which is not a theater, it's just a music setup, I'm going to be putting in 2 ZV5 18s. And those are ZV5 18s actually work really great in a big sealed box. So I'm doing 2 7 cubic foot sealed boxes for my home audio system.
Nice. Yeah, we have a lot of people that ask, they'll call up and they'll ask if we do home theater, if they can use our subwoofer in home theater. I always send them to Stereo Integrity first.
Yeah.
Or if they've already purchased a Sundown woofer, then I can kind of go through that.
Yeah, I mean, you can use our woofers for home audio, but the way that the suspensions are and things like that, they're optimized for little boxes in a car for the most part.
Our suspensions are
they're
obviously
stiffer.
much more stiffer than what they need to be for home theater.
using the same weave and material technique, Nick's home theater spider is 2 layers of our original what we call 40 strand Nomex, and our original comparable spider, like even our brown spider with the X was 3 layers of that. Then the Z was 4, and then Nightshade was 5. And of course, I've changed the composition since then, so it's not really comparable by layers. But Nick's stuff is significantly softer than our stuff because a spider with a given material, stiffness goes to the cube of thickness. So if you double your thickness, it's cubed stiffer. So you double the thickness, and it's not twice as stiff. It's 2 times 2 times 2. It's 8 times stiffer.
$1.
So the stiffening effect is much more than you would think by adding layers. You can't say, oh, I added 1 more spider. It's to a 2 spider pack. It's 50% stiffer. It's not. It's much more than that.
Nice. And we were talking. We won't go too deep into this because we were talking about some cool technology that we're coming out with here soon.
Right.
That's as far as I'll take that one. But I know you were talking about utilizing that in a home theater system at some point.
Well, I did make a quasi-public-ish announcement that I am working on I'm working on a line of amps that I'm going to make in the USA with US-based engineering. We're going to produce the PCB itself in America, all the final assembly in America, the transformers we made in America.
There you go, people.
Yep.
America.
And I'm currently looking at a company in Canada to make the heat sink because I work with a guy who lives in Canada, does a lot of my simulations and stuff. and he has a connection with them. So I want to maybe do the casing as much as I can in North America as possible. I've had with some of the other parts, I haven't had a lot of good luck. I was trying to get resistors, for example, on the I found a company, but their cheapest resistor is $3, and normally like a regular resistor will be less than a penny.
Whoa.
Right? You know, and then I was trying to get capacitors, but the only company I found that literally manufactures the capacitors in America, they don't sell the values and stuff that I need. So I'm trying as much as I can. So for the capacitors, I was like, okay, well, I can't get American capacitors, so I'm going to try to get as many Japanese capacitors as I can.
That's the one you were saying was 100 times more, or is that a different?
What you're referring to is something else that I'm not revealing yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the capacitors, I'm going to try to use. I want to try to use Japanese Nichicon capacitors wherever possible. They're very famous, even in the computer scene, as being super reliable. You know, and just where I have to, I'll use imported parts. But I'm trying to get. I'm going to engineer it, manufacture it, and try to get as many American-made parts as possible. And so this is really great. We're doing like a modular approach. A single amplifier will have 3 boards in it. There'll be a power supply board, output board, and there'll be the feedback input board. So what I can do, I want to make a home audio version of this new amp technology. So you have like a little box that goes in your home theater with the same output section, same feedback input board, and we just change the power supply. So that in the future, maybe 2020, something like that, I want to have a Sundown home audio amp line.
All right. Well, that sums it up. We kind of are in the home audio business, but more behind the scenes, and hopefully later on down the road,
Nick
we might have our own
Nick
line.
Lemons and Stereo Integrity are more involved in that, but you know, Nick and I work together in a lot of things. Although he has his own separate company.
Yep.
You know, we work together and share parts where applicable and things like that.
One's not owned by the other guys.
That is correct.
Just saying. A lot of people get that mixed up. Well, Nick works for Jake, or Jake works for Nick. No, 2 totally separate companies.
Separate companies.
Same building. But Jake, we're gonna go to break here in a minute.
Commercial
but, I
break.
just wanted you to know that I think we're all very happy that we did get our bonuses, so you didn't have to hear this.
And I want to look him straight in the eye, and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no-good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is. Woo. Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
All right.
Are you sick and tired of playing sloppy edits with squared off sine waves? Want a moment of clarity? Then sit back and relax and experience what it's like to get rustified. When it comes to transforming new hits and old classics into the best street bangers, ain't nobody got the sweet sounds of the 808s like Russ. With frequencies ranging from spleen-busting high-end to digging all the way down low into the subsonic abyss, Russticals has what you need. Sundown after to save big on his iconic sound. So pull out your mobiles and browse your way over to www.djrusticals.com and pick up your preloaded DJ Rusticals Fire Stick USB today. Go ahead and save 10%. Use promo code AFTERDARK. That's www.djrusticals.com and use promo code AFTERDARK at checkout.
First, get all the grease in there, then dump the eggs in
All
there.
right, we're back and talking about bacon.
Here we go, talking about bacon. Hold on.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go wrong talking about bacon.
When Axel's 85, he's going to look 40.
Right.
So, it's time for the giveaway, everybody.
Dude, giveaway.
All right. So let's go ahead and pull some shit up. Now, again, I want to go over the rules. The rules were, if you watched the last video, which was the second episode that we did, just after the commercial break, we explained explain how we fucked up. Remember that? I forgot to hit the record button. But then...
hey, Bryan, did you hit the record button this time?
I did. I triple checked. Yeah. But anyway, so it was, we have a Facebook page. It's Sundown After Dark. You have to get on there, and you had to share the link to the video, the YouTube video, okay? So a lot of people did that, and one thing I noticed, okay? There's one thing I noticed. If you did not leave your share as a public share instead of a private share, because there's different.
Yeah, because you can't see it as
I couldn't see. I saw that there's a certain amount of people that shared it, but only a certain amount I was able to see. Okay, so I'm sorry, folks. The people that I saw your name, who it was a public name, Those are the ones who got put in a drawing. So anyway, here was the link. If you guys can see it right there for those who are watching. And oh, by the way, for people that aren't watching, we're going to talk about that. We just got accepted on a really strong platform. So I'm super happy about that. Anyway, so let's go to the giveaway. So I got some names right here. We've got all the way down to was that 62 names.
We got Hammy.
Just tell me when.
So we're gonna use random.org.
Right.
Okay.
We got John. We got
Ready?
Philip.
We're gonna hit the button.
Wait, Brian. Wait.
What?
You got to put a 2 because number 1 is name only. It's not.
Oh God, you're freaking right, Jake.
It's just
God, such a smart bastard, you. Oh, hold on. I'm using my hotkeys and at the same time it's messing up. All right, there we
Can
go.
I drum roll?
Not 21, Brian. Not 21. Just a 2.
2.
There we go.
All right, ready and boom. 58. Woo! So let's see who number 58 is. Scroll on down the line. I can't see it over here. It's too far away from my head.
I see him. Joseph Grimsley.
Joseph Grimsley.
Merry Christmas, Joseph Grimsley.
You get an SA-12 Dual 2. All right, so we got one more. We got one more. Let's go back to random.org. Ready? Boom.
24.
I wish it was 35. 35.
Who's 24? Who's 24?
24.
Stop, Brian. Stop. 24. Darian
Darian
Chamberlain.
Oh, damn. Darian.
Oh,
Hell
wait,
yeah.
Can we say the pizza thing?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, so Darian Chamali bought us pizza.
He did.
And I was going to send him an email, but I forgot.
Hey.
I still might. But thank you, Darian.
Did you guys know that JP pre-ordered his pizza for Friday?
Yes, I
Yeah.
did.
So, oddly
As well.
enough, so thank you, Darian. You
Thank
get a
you,
free
dude.
subwoofer anyway.
Thank
Look
you.
at that.
Thank you.
I knew it after the fact.
I'm in the same boat. I found it out after the fact, too.
Yeah, well, same did I.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
I went to Hardee's, grabbed like a quick burger, and then I came back and there was pizza. I was like, well, I guess I eat that too.
Pizza's always good.
2 lunches.
Now somebody was like, hey, there's pizza.
I was feeling extra heavy that day.
Fat and sassy.
So you two guys, you get the SA-12 Dual 2. I'll be contacting you to get your shipping information. Darian, I already know yours. If you guys don't know, Darian has probably the most kick-ass Sundown build on the West Coast.
Yes.
All right.
Him and Jason McCaffrey built
base
that.
mechanic.
And holy shit. I don't know if you guys saw the video. There's a couple cool videos. Who is it?
He almost killed the Scobes.
Brandon Scobie. There's a video of me and Brandon and a bunch of other people in Darian's vehicle. And that thing it's violent. Super
The
violent.
Scobes is as big as Brian's shoulder.
Yeah. So if you guys are on the West Coast and whatever shows Darian's, I think he's going to CES this year.
He is going to CES for sure.
So if you guys go to that show, you got to check out his build. It's pretty kick-ass. He's got NSV4s in there. Plenty of them.
Just a violent build. violent build. And he plays it all day.
Yep. So, but yeah, those guys are going to get them. I'll contact you probably before this airs. We're going to air this Christmas Eve. I think I'm going to air this. We'll do it in the morning. That way, for the people that are just getting ready, doing things with family, they can listen and watch.
All right.
We'll do it then.
We can put it on the TV for Christmas.
Yep. The TV for the family.
For the family. This is family content.
Normal people have the fake fireplace on their TV, but all the cool people have this going on.
Sundown after dark. Get rustified.
Yeah. So, I kind of want to switch gears a little bit. I didn't tell you guys. Donnie, I may have mentioned it to you. So, Jake, you know how we've talked about the ghost of Sundown in the building?
Yeah.
So I was here.
This is an old building. It dates back to 1964.
If you ever been here late at night,
Yes.
you've heard
So
shit.
I have. We have a few stories. I wish Thomas was here because him and I both have a couple
I took a
stories.
picture of the ghost once.
You did a couple of them.
It was pretty cool.
So here's what happened.
It hangs out right back there, like back behind, right back there.
The
Yeah, near the boiler room with Freddy Krueger.
Well, it's not far from right here, right? This isn't that far. It's like a couple.
Yeah, we're like 20 feet from the boiler room.
Right.
The former boiler room.
Yeah. So a couple days after Kyle and Justin were here, I started editing that video, and I was in
Derrick's
here.
cousin, Justin.
Yeah, I was in here by myself at nighttime, and Donnie was here. Donnie and Thomas were both here. Thomas left. Donnie stayed for a little bit, smoked a cigar, and then he left. And about 2 minutes later, I heard footsteps, the door open and close. Or no, it was closed and open. And that curtain was slightly open, and I could see actually the shadow of the door move, okay? And I was like, oh, shit, Donnie just came back. It was only 2 minutes. Maybe you forgot something. I didn't hear anything else. So I said, hey, Donnie. You know, waved. I took my shit off, walked out there. He wasn't there. His car was gone.
I didn't re-enter.
Thank you for confirming.
I did not do that.
So, yeah, weird shit happens. Another thing happened, something very similar to that happened with me and Thomas both at the same time. We were in the build room. It was late at night. Jake, you just left, and it happens like when somebody just leaves, because so you think it's them. That's the weird thing. But
the ghost is trying to follow us out, and we close the door. And he's like, damn.
What it is, the speakers are too loud for them to cross over. They're too awesome.
All the magnetic
speakers are so loud.
So loud. They
speakers are
can't
so loud.
over.
We woke the dead.
So, but yeah, it happened to me and Thomas. We both heard the door, and we saw it open and shut. And
it's weird, bro.
That was it. It was.
Did you have your glasses?
Yeah. Yeah. I always wear these bad boys.
Well, okay. I can tell you, I've been here late at night. Whether I was here working on the Terror, working on one of my old cars or whatever, and I'll be over there in the shipping area working, and I swear, and this will be later, but you'll hear somebody talking, just like I'm listening to us talk right now. It'll be plain as day. You hear somebody talking, and you get up and you look like
nobody.
There's nobody here.
Yeah.
Who the hell is talking? But it's, I don't know, it's the creepiest thing I've ever heard.
But we never
I just got used to it. It's like, I just started ignoring it.
It's as far as it goes, though. You never see anything.
It's the ghost of Jimmy's productivity.
I hope he's listening right now.
That's the power of the speakers.
We love Jimmy, though. We do.
Yeah, I think I've been here and been working, and I just had to start texting people like, "Are one of y'all here? Somebody's in this damn building with me."
The alarm goes off all the time for random doors opening.
Yeah,
and then I come up here to meet the police, and there's like nothing. It's pretty weird.
Mm-hmm. So, guys, yesterday, we had a lot of food. We went. One of our reps took us out. We went out to the Mexican place, right?
Well, we should give credit where it's due. This was our ABF freight, which is also Arc Best's import containers. Steven is our guy. He's really cool.
Yeah. He handles all of our. They're basically our broker for all products coming inbound from China, Korea, wherever you want to, wherever they come in.
Yes.
So kudos to him. So anyway, he took us out yesterday. Thank you very much, Steven, if you're listening or watching.
I'll tell him to watch.
Yeah. And we went to Mexican, which we do sometimes. And of course, when it's a free lunch, you kind of overdo it.
Yeah, we ate habaneros.
Yeah. So they bring out this massive plate of habaneros.
I asked for it.
They're maybe a little bit fried.
They grill them.
Okay. But they don't lose any intensity. Actually, they probably
they don't.
Worse.
I think the grilling might intensify it slightly.
Yeah. So, yeah, the plate gets passed around. Not many people grab any. I don't. It's just maybe.
I ate 6 of them.
Yeah. You ate 6 of them?
Good Lord! Wow. But do you just pop them in your mouth?
I put them like I got pollo chipotle.
See,
and I put it in like I make a taco out of the dish, and I put, one whole pepper. Well, actually, no. I probably made 3 tacos. I put 2 peppers per.
Yeah,
that's hot.
That's hot as shit.
It's really hot.
So
it's very hot. I love it.
Here goes Donnie. He's like, "Oh, it's a pepper." I
said, "Here, Donnie, do you want one?" And he goes, "Hey, should I just eat the whole thing?" And I didn't process it right away. And I was in the process of thinking to tell him that he should not do it. And he was just like, slow motion. I'm like, no. And so he did it. And I was like, Donnie, that was probably not a good idea. And so then Donnie was like, oh no. Oh no. With increasing levels of alarm.
That's the hottest anything that
that had to have been rough.
And then you had to eat hot wings after.
And then I ate hot wings on top of that because I don't really like Mexican food that much. So, but I like their hot wings. So
they got good hot wings there.
How'd your ass feel, Donnie?
I mean, it was like straight kerosene.
Fire.
It was like straight kerosene, man.
So how did you feel today doing number 2?
But number 2's all right.
Then you have a good tolerance.
It all came out right away, and now it was good today.
So because if it really hits you good, sometimes when you're taking a pee, you can feel it.
Capsaicin.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I love hot stuff.
I want to talk. I think Bryan has a story about.
Axel makes homemade habanero salsa, and it is the bomb diggity.
Really?
We're going to have to give it a shot. Again, Axel, you're going to have to cook for us one day. We'll make it worth your while.
I don't know if you guys can handle it. It's too good.
Nah. We love it.
You
Good
just want
food.
it all for yourself.
So, but anyway, I did also have a whole habanero, but I kind of mixed up in my food. I didn't eat it in one big chunk.
Right.
I had a ridiculous amount of cheese. I love cheese on all my Mexican food. That could be a bit of a problem as I'm lactose intolerant.
Yes.
But I can't, I have to have cheese. I freaking love cheese. Bit of a problem, you mix habaneros and cheese together, you end up with a problem. So, 2 o'clock in the morning, I wake up with a little rumbly in my tumbly, and I ran to the toilet and noticed it didn't come out immediately, but it felt like I had to, right? So, I think the cheese stopped me up. But it was like a brick wall because there's stuff behind the cheese.
You gotta power through, Bryan. You power through.
So
breathe.
So
remember Lamaze class.
So this happens at least once a season. I'm going to say it's seasonally for me. It's at least 4 times a year. I've prepared. Now I want to say prepare myself. I know what the feelings are when I get this certain feeling. It is the worst thing that can happen to you in the middle of the night, other than shitting your bed.
What did you say earlier, Jake? It was like trying to force like a bunch of rope through a hole in a tarp.
Yes. It's like wadded up rope trying to shove it through a hole.
It's all laced.
So something weird happens to me that I don't know is if nobody's ever.
It's just you, Bryan.
Nobody's ever told me this ever happened to them, and I freak out because I literally think I'm gonna die. I thought last night I was gonna die on my fucking toilet. Okay, and so here's what happened. I sit down, nothing comes out, but I feel it. Okay, it's scary because of the intensity. My blood pressure starts to drop. Okay,
Bryan almost died,
starts
guys.
to drop to the point where I can't even hold myself up. I'm about to faint. So what I do is I stand up, I shake my belly really good. Right. I gotta get it loose. Gotta loosen it up. And
Undo the knot, Bryan. Undo the knot.
I sit back down, and I finally get it out. And as soon as I get some out, the blood pressure goes back to normal.
Wow.
It
goes back to
Bryan going to the bathroom. He's like trying to do jumping jacks.
It goes back to Bryan's normal 170.
Well, you gotta remember, I
110.
sleep naked already, so I'm just a big naked blob, just shaking. Yeah, it's rough.
Think of the kids, Bryan.
But the kids are in their own bed. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. They're sleeping.
It's like a sweaty 30-pound turkey. You know, like a raw turkey.
There could be a fire in the middle
I
of the
make
night.
so
You gotta
much
run out of the
noise.
house.
I start sweating. I start dripping because my blood pressure's dropping.
Yeah, that's bad.
I'm just going. My wife wakes up.
Like a fat white maggot on a steak or something. Just
There's been a couple times where it's happened where I was like, okay, we might have to call an ambulance.
Whoa.
Bryan, I've never had that experience, man.
It's scary because like you get this tunnel vision. You got to open the window. I cracked the window open just to get some cold air in.
The neighbors are like, "What the?"
You know what I thought, Bryan, when you say it was scary?
Yeah.
I thought that you let the gas out. It was so violent that almost blew out the commode.
No, that was today.
That's every day.
And it was going to cut you, right? So that's what I thought it was going to happen.
That was today.
It was like Niagara Falls through a coffee straw.
I blow up my office constantly. It's been really rough recently.
Bryan's been farting all day. All day. You can
heavy duty toilet here at work.
You can taste it.
That old toilet got ruined.
Yeah, we have the toilets like they're like airplane toilets here. They're high pressure and they're like.
We actually had somebody on speakerphone. This was yesterday. I was trying to help him with a tech question. I tried first.
No, it was today, right?
No, it was yesterday.
Jake and Donnie are both in my office.
Yeah, we're both there trying to
Door
help this
shut.
guy. And while Bryan is talking, he just lets out this crazy thunderous fart. And it's just awful. He just keeps talking like normal. And I'm sure the guy heard it. The guy heard it. But Jake immediately was like, nope, not doing this. And I stayed for a little bit. I was like, I don't think it could be that bad. And then it hit me.
You were wrong.
Yeah, it hit me. And I was like, nope, I think I got to go home.
Yeah. Another reason I want to do the challenge next year, I guess we could say, is I need to get that under control.
I have a cool habanero story. My wife is Mexican, and I went to Mexico, and I met her uncle, who he eats habaneros like a salad. And he's always like, this is why I'm so strong. You know, this conversation was having in Spanish because I can speak Spanish. He's like, this is why I'm so strong. You should try it. And everyone's like, well, Jake likes spicy food. And he's like, no, he doesn't. Look at him. Look at him. He's American. He's super white. There's no way he can handle it.
Jake is extra white.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. So he made his special salsa stuff that he makes. It's habaneros. He marinates it in olive oil, and he puts white onions and red onions, rosemary, and a couple other ingredients in there, which I can't quite remember at this moment. He marinates overnight. And so all of the capsaicin permeates in the oil, and the oil prevents you from getting the spice off of your tongue. And so he brings this out, and I'm eating it. You know, and I survived, but man, you know, like I turned like cherry red, and I eat 10 out of 10 in Indian restaurants. I eat Carolina Reaper peppers, ghost chilies. You know, but it wouldn't stop. It wouldn't go away. And I'm drinking this huge 40-ounce beer, you know, trying to get it to stop. It was pretty amazing.
Damn.
I've been training myself so I can next year that I go. So we're skipping this year because we have a new baby. But next year I'm gonna go head to head, hopefully.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I like habaneros, but your tolerance is higher than mine.
Yeah.
So last night
I've been training.
Yep.
Training myself.
I fucking love it.
Going for the gold medal.
Axel, I need to bring you to Mexico with me. We can eat the habanero salsa together.
So I don't know if you guys, heard. I think when Andy was here, we were talking about Donnie's dog.
Oh.
They were talking about Donnie's dog and how much he loves me. Well, here's
Physically.
honed to him.
He's cute, ain't he? Only problem is he's got a little bit of Mississippi leg hound.
Mississippi!
If the mood catches him right, he'll grab your leg and just go to town. You don't want him around if you wear his short pants, if you know what I mean. A word of warning, though, if he does lay into you, it's best to just let him finish.
That's Donnie's dog. That's Donnie's older dog.
He's such a good
Dante.
boy, though.
Yeah.
Such a good
He's a
boy.
cute puppers, but he sure does physically love Bryan.
He tried to hump Noah when Noah was...
Yeah. So he
Noah's my AC guy, by the way.
Since he's moved down here, he hasn't really helped me, and we're just good
he's
friends
like
now.
he's in the South now. He's chill.
I put him in the friend zone. We're good. So I want to talk about one more thing before we go, and that is we are now on Spotify, which is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not easy to get on Spotify. You can't just get right on it. So we're on Spotify. We're on Spotify. Actually, you know what? Where the hell are we? We are.
Where the hell are
Oh, we're on Stitcher too. I know some people were talking about Stitcher. Apparently, a lot of people talk about Stitcher. I don't have them on my thing here, but so we're on Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes. I don't have yet because iTunes is being gay. We're on Acast, Blueberry. We're on Google Play Music, which is pretty cool. That one was kind of hard to get on, so we got on that too. We're also on Player.fm, and we're on Radio Public Podcasters.
Heck yeah.
So Stitcher and Spotify are the two big ones. Again, I'll get iTunes up at some point or another. But I know a lot of people use Spotify. And my wife uses. I'm not a big Spotify. I'm a Pandora person. I'm actually trying for Pandora, which is not easy because Pandora just started their. It's like a beta version of their podcast host that they're doing. A lot of people don't even know that Pandora's doing podcasts now.
I didn't know.
Yeah, they just started 2 months ago. You have to manually email them a bunch of shit and with a big explanation of what you're doing, this, that, and the other. So I did all that, and I haven't gotten anything back yet, but I'm going to try to get on Pandora as well.
Hey, Bryan, I
Yes.
forgot to reveal my drinking glass here.
Oh, we'll show it to the people. That camera right there.
Which was a gift from Matt Karlovic. It says Jacob motherfucking Fuller.
Hell,
It has a cigar holder, but I tend to use it as a
thumb,
like a finger holder here, so you don't drop your drink.
Hell yeah, dude! That's the one that you keep seeing on the ads and shit, right?
Yeah. Matt,
Is it
Matt picked
actually
it up
glass?
for me. Yeah, it's real. It's a real glass. It's really heavy. It's really heavy duty.
Can I feel it?
Yeah, man.
I'll feel it.
Don't drop it.
Good borosilicate.
That's awesome.
It's a man's glass.
There we go.
Heavy.
We's feeling the glass.
This is a really good scotch. It's again, as I probably said at the beginning, is an Islay scotch that's not peated, which is very unusual. I've never had an unpeated Islay scotch.
I like speakers too.
It's very tasty.
Well, anyway, guys, we're gonna end it here. Everybody say, Axel, see that camera right there? Everybody say bye.
Bye.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas to you guys.
We're doing it.
Yes.
Sundown After Dark with your host Bryan Chamberlain, presented by Sundown Audio.